Let's go. The Resident Evil 2 remake is a remarkable game that offers stunning visuals, intense gameplay, and manages to tell the story of Raccoon City from both Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield's point of view in an absolutely gripping manner. It's a well put together experience that leaves little to be desired. However, after I finished Claire's storyline, I felt like I could not care less about this game. And here's why. Now, I've never played the original, so I don't have any preconceptions on what is and isn't canon, but explaining the proper story of this remake is like listening to somebody explain Schrodinger's cat. So if I put this dead cat in a box, you can't technically tell if it's actually alive or not. So it's actually both. Your cat's dead, mate. Though it's made painfully clear that Claire finds and saves Sherry while Leon has to fight a crocodile, both characters get this guy chopped in half, both characters get locked outside of the police station, and both of them have to kill Marvin after he's turned into a zombie. Which would have you believe that Claire and Leon are actually both running around the police station at the same time and manage not to run into each other too much. Hey, Leon, is that you? Oh, fuck. Now, I really don't get scared by horror games too much, so while I didn't find the zombies spooky, and I could totally play this game in my basement with the lights off on Friday the 13th and have absolutely no issues.
I knew your ass was dirty. Dirty. She just exploded juices everywhere.
Okay.
The crowded hallway is filled with enemies that just don't die, combined with this bulky boy busting down doors, hootie tootie coming for that booty. It all got my blood pumping just the same. But that feeling of terror when you're walking down a hallway and around the corner comes Mr. X quickly wears off. And that difficulty that started off as, oh shit, I've only got 2 ammo left and I hear zombies, quickly becomes, just get out of my freaking way, please! The key items in this police station are all over the place and there isn't very much rhyme or reason as to where they're all located. Like seriously, there was a point where I came back to the game after like not playing it for a week. I could only remember that I needed to find this key card to get out of the parking garage. And when I looked up how to find the key card, I learned that I needed to make it to the clock tower, but before that I needed to head to the records room to find the jack so I could move the bookshelf that was in the library, then head to the east storage room to get the large gear so I could ring the bell in the clock tower to find one of those 2 power panels. And at that point I had like 23 tabs open trying to figure out what the fuck I had to do first because everything was behind some locked door that required you to find 3 other items before you could unlock it. And you could say, don't use a guide. It's a puzzle horror game. You're supposed to look for things while you're getting chased around. What you call random and pointless, I call puzzle solving and difficulty. And those are minor details that don't really matter. And you're right. The fault with the Resident Evil 2 remake isn't that it's too hard, or that somehow Marvin was able to barricade the front door even though he can barely hand me a knife. Its problem is in the absurdity of it all. You spend the game navigating a police station that used to be a museum. There's also a legend about a secret passageway that involves 3 statues throughout the building that leads you to a secret science lab that makes zombie viruses, and then eventually a parking garage that you can't get in or out of without that key card. But if nobody believes the legend and the only other way down is through the secret door in the chief's office, then how the fuck do people get to their cars?